And we're back. Sorry for that little glitch, ladies and gentlemen, as it looks like the final pickup for Cloud9 was an anti-mage for EE.
Prepare for
So
battle!
going full farm mode on this hero, and there isn't a whole lot of lockdown for him. There's, I guess, the Earthshaker Fisher and the Centaur Stun. Actually, there's a decent amount to lock him down, but we'll have to see if he can get what he needs to done. Let's introduce the teams real quick. On Cloud9, we've got Misery supporting on the Dazzle. It'll be Big Daddy taking the support Tusk. Fata in the mid on the Viper. As we already mentioned, Eternal Envy will be taking the farming Anti-Mage. And finally, it'll be Bone 7 on the Clockwork. On the Dire side, we've got G taking his Shadow Fiend mid. FNG will be taking the Bane, supporting on that. Illidan farming up the Slark. Will on the Earthshaker. And finally, DK Phobos reprising his role of last game on that Centaur Warrunner. And it looks like we might have another early rune clash here. I think this one favors Cloud9 a little bit more than last time. But let's see if they can get this off. As the game is underway, this is game 2 of a best of 5 here for the lower bracket finals of Dota Pit Season 3. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry about the glitch with the video. And hopefully it's been relatively smooth pickup. We'll get back into things as Fata is going for the rune here. It looks like there won't actually be a contest as VP has rotated 4 heroes into the bottom lane to secure that rune. So, runes to both mids should go fine for both of them. And let's see if Fata can put up enough pressure on G to slow him down. It looks like FNG will be starting off here in the mid lane. He was doing some blocking for G, and we'll have to see if he sticks around. Secure G in an early couple of levels. Yeah, it looks like he's going to. He's gone for the Enfeeble level 1, which is really annoying for Fata. He's looking at last hit damage of about 25 right now, which is just not sufficient. And I really like this play. FNG using the Bane very, very effectively to secure G that early start, which is exactly what Viper was picked to prevent. So nice counterplay coming out from Virtus Pro. Really impressed by that. At the same time, in the soft lane, EE manning up on DK Phobos, but DK Phobos should be able to get quite a bit here, as long as he keeps having some mana, which EE will be looking to deny him. On the top lane, looks like it'll be dual lanes coming up from Cloud9 yet again. Illidan up against the Clockwork and the Tusk. That's a bit of a sketchy situation for him, but of course he can jump over both the Cogs and the Ice Shard, so he should be reasonably safe. Going for some harass. Blocks on a Bone 7, actually, as he does have support rotating around. Lil with a nice Fisher. Doesn't actually block. There's the Snowball save, but I think there's going to be a kill here. Bone 7 shouldn't be able to get away. The Cogs hold them in, but he will fall. That's First Blood going the way of Virtus Pro yet again, and Big Daddy will skate away, but very nice rotation from VP, showing why they're such a good team at this kind of play. Lil and FNG together are just very, very scary on no matter any hero duo, really. They're just so effective at these early rotations, securing First Blood, getting an early start, and I mean, we look at mid lane, G, he's not had the greatest CS success against Fata, but with that early help from FNG, he's had just enough health that he's able to at least get some experience. Now he's in a little bit of a trouble, but he is almost at his bottle now, so won't be held down too hard. Same time, Will? No, he's not going to rotate mid. He's just going to pick up the rune. And at the top lane, DK Phobos taking a lot of harass. Should fall here. EE will take the last hit and cleans that one up. So, 1 for 1. EE cleaning that up is very, very nice for them. Accelerate him on to an early Battle Fury. He's already your last hit leader at 14-2 compared to the 8-0 of the Shadow Fiend, who's had to ferry himself out of salve, so that'll slow down his bottle even further. So it looks like Fata's Viper doing what it's supposed to do. After that early clumsy start with the Enfeeble, he's able to dominate the lane and is really shutting G down pretty hard here. Same time, we got a bit of a go. Bone 7 nightmared up. FNG wants him. He doesn't have Brain Sap though, so there is no follow-up. Fata's up pretty far. Lil is available with a Fisher, just got enough mana for it. But nothing to come of that so far, as they just go back to farming. EE, very aggressive blink, will get stomped as a result. But Phobos running out of mana here, and now EE can go to work. And this is not harassment that DK Phobos can take at this point. Meanwhile, jump in onto Fata in the mid lane, but there's a snowball follow-up. They do kill the Shadow Fiend, and Lil May follows well. They just get him, just as he was about to get the TP away. So very nice rotation from Big Daddy. It looked like VP thought they had Fata dead to rights, but beautiful bait, and the TP in from No Tail secures that. So it's a 2-0 in the mid lane. Fata very, very pleased with that result. He picked up one of those, but now in pretty great shape. He's got to be a little careful. He's very, very low, but does have a bottle coming out to him, I imagine. No, just boots and a salve, so he'll be just fine. And now the level disparity. G's only level 4.5, and Viper's already almost level 6. So very effective mid lane from Cloud9, exactly what they wanted to do. And of course, as I mentioned in the draft, I mean, you pick up Shadow Fiend early, game after game, eventually it's going to get shut down. And G, with a poor start, can still do a lot. He's a great catch-up hero, of course. Doesn't look... Okay, we've got a bit of a stack going in the hard camp here, but... So he definitely has the capability of recovering, but... You really want him to have a dominating start. He's really a core of Virtus Pro's lineup and wants to be off to a snowbally start. Speaking of snowballs, on the bottom lane, DK Phobos going to get caught out here. Should fall. The heal bomb, not doing quite enough, but there's the slow from the Shadow Priest, and he will end up going down to misery. And he continues to top out the last hits. And meanwhile, mid lane, Pata, he's going for G, who should fall here. Yeah, he does end up going down. It was a nice Fisher block attempt from Lil, but not enough. And now we're looking at, actually, Bone7 going down in the river. But, at the same time, you're looking at a bit of a scary start for Cloud9, who have taken the early game advantage. We're looking at 5-2 lead. They have 3 of the top 5 farmers, and Shadow Fiend is really, really struggling at this point. Lil looks like it's just going to be sitting mid full time here at this point, but we already saw that Fata can get a kill anyway, so a little scary for him. And at the same time, Bone7 in the soft lane, he's almost level 6. Compare that with DK Phobos, who's only just about 4.5. So it looks like Cloud9 winning basically every single lane at this point, as Bone7 will burn off some of Illidan's mana, preventing him from initiating. And it does have that level 6 though, so he'll be able to heal up in no time. As pause comes out from Lil. That's a nice big stack that G's managed to clean up. We'll be able to... Does he have a... Yeah, it looks like he's got a bottle coming out of the courier. Very, very important that he's able to clean this up, but he's taking massive damage. He may just have to retreat. Not ideal. Lil securing things a little bit, but... And Fata has rotated into the jungle with a double damage rune. He is being spotted up by this ward, fortunately, or he might have been able to get something done here. The stack is cleaned up, though, by G. That'll get him at least a little bit back into this, but he's still not in great shape. Fata won't find anything, though. He's forced to just fall back. Looks like they may want to put a little pressure on this tower as a result, knowing that Shadow Fiend's not in the lane. Well, 6 minutes in, things have slowed down a little bit after that very, very early aggressive start from both sides. Maybe let's take a quick peek at the golds. Yeah, Anti-Mage out in front, followed very closely by the Viper. This is exactly the start they want. And, I mean, how is he coming on that Battle Fury? He's got the Ring of Protection up, or Ring of Regen up. As I look away for just 1 second, Clockwork comes in with the level 6. He's got his hook shot online, and they clean up the Shadow Fiend yet again. G is 0-3. This is not a common start for this player, who is used to just crushing his lane. So Cloud9 very, very effectively picking on that first pick Shadow Fiend, as they should do. And DK Phobos still struggling. He's level 5.5 now, but really can't stand in lane, not getting a whole lot of last hits. Actually, he's doing okay for himself, 17-3. But I mean, we're talking about a Dazzle who's got 19, so not the best for him. At least Illidan is doing okay for himself. He's still behind the Anti-Mage in terms of last hits, but doing okay. He's got started on what he needs. He's gone for that early move, and we'll have to see if he wants to go for a BKB, or not a BKB, Blink Dagger or a Shadow Blade. As C9 puts pressure on this bottom tower, nothing TK Phobos can really do about it. He's hanging back. Wave's getting cut by EE, who's got the weave on him to protect himself. And well, they are rotating F&G in. He doesn't have his level 6 yet, though, so he's limited in what he can do. And G and Lil just trying to farm up in the jungle. Lil doing some stacking for G, who desperately needs the recovery. He still only has bottled round boots at 8 minutes. If you compare that to his performance last game, he's really, really not where he wants to be. And it looks like they'll clean up this tower. Don't get the last hit, but still, very nice amount of gold going the way of the Radiant. And this could be a very scary game to have a snowballing anti-mage in. They don't really have that mobile a team apart from the Slark. And, well, and his split push, if they get ahead, is going to be really, really hard for VP to deal with. Now, after taking that bottom tier 1, Cloud9 rotating to put pressure on the mid. Fata able to just do whatever he wants. He's going for the mechanism and should have it at a reasonable pace. Feeble comes out, but he's still last hitting like a boss. And that mid tower is already at half health. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Illidan was putting some pressure on the tower, but does get quite low, has to shadow dance away as Big Daddy can solo defend that tower by himself. Dump onto DK Phobos. Aggressive play from EE, knowing that DK Phobos is out of mana. Can't really offer any resistance and has to just sort of stand here and watch. He is getting some farm. He's got his tranquils up at least, but it's definitely not going to be the 13-minute blink dagger like we saw last game. Cloud9. Bone 7 is in the area. He does have hookshot online again now. And it looks like they've caught out someone in the bot lane. It's FNG. Here comes the hookshot. It will connect. Cogs to follow up, and that's an easy kill. The Nightmare comes out, but they'll clean it up. Goes the way of Bone 7, and we've got 5 heroes, 4 Cloud9 in the mid. They'll focus on this tower, and they should be able to take it without too much trouble. Actually, they're going to TP Bone 7 back. They'll be able to take the tower and defend their off lane as well. So not giving VP an inch of space here. Wanting to make sure that they absolutely crush this early game and don't give VP a chance to come back in it at all. As EE now just about maybe 1,200 gold away from that Battle Fury at 10 minutes in. He's doing very, very well for himself. Is actually not your gold leader, Fata's even beating him out, who does have that mech coming out on the courier, I believe? Yeah. So that's an 11-minute mech for him. We do have 3 heroes rotating into the top lane for VP. They want a kill onto Bone 7 here. And they want the tower as well, more importantly. But instant TP reaction from Fata. The Fisher just to hold him back, but he is not deterred. He's going in. If he can find the Viper Strike onto Lil, that should be a dead Earthshaker, but won't quite catch up. At the same time, EE is completely free farming here. And it looks like... Okay. He's still got a bit to go, but he's doing just fine for himself. As now you got 3 heroes from Cloud9 rotated in the top lane. So they took that mid tower. It looks like they want the tier 1 top as well. And there's the line being drawn. And VP really kind of feels like they're running out of space. Their heroes don't feel comfortable farming any lane. Shadow Fiend has sort of had to go back to the jungle full time. He is so poor. Only Ring of Aquila and not even power treads yet at 12 minutes. 3 deaths will do that to you, and he's really been slowed down. Although they may be able to catch EE. He blinks aggressively, and there are 5 heroes in the neighborhood. He may got caught here, and that's a really nice pick if they can get it. But the Fisher block on the wrong side of the river. He'll blink to the high ground. Will he be able to juke this? Stampede comes out. They will be able to catch him. It looks like blink at the lot. No, he gets knocked down. That's a very nice pick for G. Very good recovery kill. At the same time, though, Cloud9 do clean up the top. So an important pick for VP, but you have to wonder if it's enough at this point. Although, of course, the anti-mage, the best hero that could have possibly caught there. And multiple TPs into the mid lane, wanting to protect this tower, as Fata pushes the top by himself. He's getting pinged, but he's got 1,200 gold on top of his power treads and mech. He's a very tanky guy. Although, if we've got a 4-hero rotation coming in to chase him, it looks like Cloud9 indicating they want to pressure the mid lane. As he pulls everyone back. He may get caught here. There's the leap onto him, and the Fiend's Grip to follow up. He is kind of trapped out by himself here. He does have... Oh, he's already used the mech. This is an easy kill. And that's a killing spree going the way of Slark. So Two very nice pickups from BP, and Cloud9 just getting a little too trigger happy. It looks like he was out there all by himself. Felt a little invulnerable with the mech, but mech's not going to save you when they rotate 5 heroes in on you. And all of a sudden, Illidan is your gold leader here. And EE with that death, his Battle Fury was slowed down a little bit, so VP looking like they might be getting themselves decently back into this game. Not that they were that far behind. I mean, we're talking about, at max, it was a 5k gold lead, so huge for this early, but not really unrecoverable, and DK Phobos may get caught out here. He is getting close to his Blink Dagger, but this will slow it down. The Fisher from Lil, but it's not going to be enough to save him, and now Cloud9 will be able to pressure this tier 2 with that pickup. Same time in the mid lane. Nope, nothing happens. So Dire fortifies, but they should be able to clean up this tier 2 no problem. VP are rotating heroes in. FNG is in the area. Does he have Fiend's Grip online? No, 20 seconds. And it looks like there's a backstab coming out from Illidan. He's looking for the supports and is going to go on to Big Daddy, but the snowball save instantly. He shadow dances to get away, but he does have a haste rune. Will it be enough? There's the jump from Big Daddy, but the Fisher, nice follow-up from Lil. Echo Slam from Lil as well, and the Mana Void really does nothing. Now it may be Cloud9 who's in trouble, but Fata's arrived. He does have the mech, remember. Leap away. He is being Fiend's Gripped, but the mech is there, and now Phobos getting low. Beautiful Fisher, though, holding them all back. Lil has been absolutely on point this entire fight, stopping C9 from getting anything out of this. There's lots of low heroes, but no one's dead yet. And the jump onto Cloud9, mech again. Illidan may be in trouble here, and it looks like he will fall. Bone 7 secures that at the same time. EE in the back of the fight. Shallow Grave Up barely survives. And Lil, will he fall here? He does. And the last light right click up the hill from Fata. Double kill from him, and that ends up being a 4 for 1. So, EE does go down, but he did finish his Battle Fury, and they'll be able to finish off this tower. So huge win from Cloud9. That gold swing, well, it's back in their favor. They lost a lot with those 2 pickoffs onto Fata and EE, but with that fight, a 4-man wipe, they're back in control, and the tower situation is starting to get a little scary for Virtus Pro. They've lost all but 2 of their tier 2 towers, and now Cloud9, with that Battle Fury in the AM, they can keep up the pressure with 4 heroes while EE just farms up a storm and secures his position as the gold leader in this game. She doesn't quite have yet. Fata's still giving him a run for his money. G, though, has recovered nicely. He's... actually, no, he hasn't. I was looking at Illidan. So he's still not got a mech. Yeah, this mech is going to be a good 6 or 7 minutes behind C9's, but it's still really important that they get this. It's a way back into these fights. That mech has just been very, very important. You saw it go off in that last fight twice. Made all the difference in the world, and now Illidan will get caught out. Ice Shards don't quite lock him in place, and he's got the pounce. So we'll be just fine. He's gone for an early fight kind of build. He's got the Poor Man Shield and the drum, so realizing that he has to be able to be very, very active early, knowing that his team's behind, knowing that he can't go for one of those bigger items. And at the same time, Cloud9 with a snowball instantly dodges the Fisher. Beautiful follow-up from the Walrus Punch, and now FNG may be in trouble, being slowed down by Misery, and well, it looks like the Stampede will get him away to safety, but nice pick onto the Earthshaker. And with 5 heroes in the mid lane now, it looks like they want to pressure this tier 2. Although, there is some nice split push pressure coming in from Illidan. He does have 1,700 gold now, maybe going for a Blink Dagger. But he is here. Are they going to go on him? They don't really have a lot. No, he's just looking to... oh, he's got to be careful here. Can't underestimate the damage that can come out from Slark, even early on. Well, Cloud9 will pressure mid with 3. They do protect their tier 2 tower in the bot lane, and looks like they know FNG's in the area. They're rotating through. Are they going to find him? Nightmare? But he doesn't really have any backup in the area, and Snowball is available. There's the Fiend's Grip. Can they cancel this out? Bone 7 does have Hookshot available. No, he doesn't. 12 seconds. Actually, he's in a bit of trouble now. In a bad position. The Requiem does a lot of damage. Echo Slams to secure it. Snowball in, but I'm not sure this is where Cloud9 want to be. They snowball in to their death. Fata has arrived, though. DK Phobos going for the TP out. Can they cancel it? No, they cannot. He's gonna... oh, he cancels it himself. And Illidan has arrived. Goes for the pounce onto Misery. Misery in a lot of trouble going for the TP up, but shouldn't make this. And there's the Fissure. Nope, just the Echo Slam is secure. So that ends up being a 3-for-0. And a very, very aggressive snowball in from Cloud9 after they'd already lost the Clockwork. Really not sure that was the play. We've got now, after that, that was a 2,500 gold swing. And I wouldn't be surprised if this game is basically back to even. We're looking at about a 3k gold lead, but at 20 minutes, that's really not too much. And VP's still in this. They have the tools. Illidan can do a lot of work in this game. Illidan on Slark is never to be underestimated. And he blinks onto EE, who will not be able... Oh, will. I thought his blink was down, but he does manage to get it off. He's gone for the Vlad's 4-man shield as well on him, so... And G with the mech, now another 2k gold. So he's recovered very, very nicely. He's only 1,000 behind the Viper now, which, given how the early game went for him, is very, very impressive. And well, FNG, a little poor. The supports on the Dire side, still not with a whole lot, but these are heroes who don't really need much to do a lot. And, well, he's about halfway to the Blink Dagger. Not quite, but he's on his way. So that's really the only item he needs, and EE blinking very, very aggressively, making VP think he has support behind him, I guess, because otherwise you just go on that. But maybe they worried they don't have enough lockdown, even with DK Phobos. He does have a Blink Dagger online now. Hook shot, catches out Illidan. He Shadow Dances instantly, but is trapped within the cogs. Do they have vision for him? They're going to take him down, no problem. Mana Void to secure it, and that will be a very nice pickup onto the Slark. About an 800 gold swing just from the one hero. It was a really nice catch, getting the cogs out, making sure that he couldn't leap away, and well, I'm not sure they'll be able to do anything off that, except, as I say that, they go into Roche. They've got a medallion up, actually, and if they can clean up Roche before Slark is back, then they are in great position to push down another tier 2 tower or two and even limit VP's map presence even further. It looks like they should be able to get it no problem. Even if VP know this is going on, they can't contest. There'll be EE to pick that up. Goes to clean up the Dire side Ancients, and with that, it should be a push down the middle lane. Bone 7, how's he doing? He's got Blade Mail online, put 1,000 gold. May go for a 4-staff next. And is getting there. Fata, what's his follow-up after the mech? He went for a Blink Dagger himself, actually. Very interesting choice, but the mobility against the Stampede, against Slark's Leap Away, very, very effective, I think. And he's got another 3k on top of that, so VP not looking to defend that tower. Easy takedown from Cloud9. And now they'll TP Fata back, look to push out this top wave, and probably go for the tier 2 top as well. Meanwhile, EE farming up his enemy's jungle, not wanting to give them an ounce of space to continue their recovery. And although even though the gold graph is relatively even for 20 minutes in the game, it's starting to feel like VP are getting strangled just a little bit. Their vision is limited. There's Radiant Sentries all over the place, making sure that there are no Dire Ops up. And they really have a hard time getting out on the map and farming. As I say that, there's a fight happening bottom. They will be able to clean up Slark yet again. No Tail will clean that up with a Walrus Punch. And well, I'm not sure how they managed to secure him. Maybe Shadow Dance was down. I guess they got the hook shot in. But either way, however they did it, very nice pick. And Slark was doing very well, but now he's been completely slowed down. Hasn't picked anything up after that Blink Dagger, which he got a good 5 minutes ago. And this ward is spotting FNG in the trees. Are they going to be able to catch him out here? Snowball is available. There's the Ice Shards to spot him out. Snowball can follow up. They don't even need it. He's just going to jump in. But Lil is here. Does have that Fissure available. Snowball defensively. And Lil now in a bit of trouble. Goes for the Echo Slam, but it's not nearly enough damage. The Fissure follow-up, though, is nice. And the Blink in Stomp from DK Phobos will now go for a quick TP out, but they'll finish off FNG's Bane. They'll finish off the Shadow Fiend as well on the backside. Fata on a double kill mega kill streak off of that double kill. And now Cloud9, they can look to push high ground with that Aegis on EE still. And he's got another 2,400 gold as well, so after he gets this tower, or after they get this tower, he should be able to go back and almost have a full Manta. Yep. There's no way VP can defend this, and we're looking at a Raxing at 23 minutes in. It feels like they got to do something. There's the Fisher onto E, but he's got an Aegis. He doesn't even give a crap. And Pounce comes out onto the supports, but Snowball to save it. And now Illidan in trouble, out on his own, completely away from the rest of his team. He does Shadow Dance. There's the hook shot in onto DK Phobos, who's trapped in the cogs. G goes for the Spirit Bomb, who does clean up the Shadow Priest, but DK Phobos caught out with the Ice Shards, will fall here. Fata very low, but will get away, and EE, with that Aegis still online, gets Nightmared up, but is able to pursue. There are 3 heroes in the area now, though, and his team is kind of far away. He will fall once. Will they be able to get him again, or will C9 look to re-engage? Oh, he does blink away. Just going to go for TP out. But they cleaned up the melee racks, put some decent damage onto the ranged, and Bone 7 might be in a bit of trouble here. The raise is there for G. Yeah, he cleans it up. So nice kill. Glimmer Cape now on the Clockwork, though. He's gotten a lot for himself. And
looks like you lost someone here, mate.
Well, an offlane kill and a support kill, not really enough of a hold for Virtus Pro with the current map state. He's going to continue to get out of control. He's gone, yeah, there's the Manta 25 minutes in, on top of the Vlads. So he's in absolute great shape. He's got another 1,300 gold on top of that. And G has managed to pick up a BKB, but his right clicks are really not scary at this point. And VP, they've got a lot of control, but not a lot of ways to dish out damage. Illidan, he jumps on someone and they get snowballed defensively, and he can't do his burst. And at that point, he has to just retreat because he's used his defensive cooldown. So really hard for VP to take a fight here, although they can look to engage Cloud9 the next time Cloud9 push up to the high ground. But they can't let Cloud9 get a pick first. They have to be at full fighting shape in order to be able to hold their high ground. And, well, I don't think Cloud9 will want to give them that chance, as they'll be looking probably for smoke play once they get the next Aegis up. They're in no rush. They know that they've got the best late game hero in this current game, at least, in that Anti-Mage, who is very, very ahead now. 5k up on the Shadow Fiend, and even more up on the Slark, who was doing so well early and now has just been completely shut down. Still, nothing past that Blink Dagger. He does have 1,300 gold, which at least is something, but I mean, you just look at VP's team and you have to ask yourself where the damage is coming from. So, tricky place for them. It looks like we may be evening it up, going basically back to a best of 3 here. Can Cloud9 close it out, though? This is an area they have struggled with in the past. If the game goes a little too long, maybe they get a little cautious. They don't press their advantage, but I don't think they'll be looking to make that mistake this game. They'll be looking to keep the pressure up, not let VP get out on the map, get anything done, and you can already see them, 3 heroes in the top lane, wanting to keep this lane pushed out. Fata's in the bottom, pushing out that lane, and then they'll probably just fall back for Roche, who is going to be up in maybe 5 to 6 minutes. So E can just continue to farm out the dire jungle and make sure that there is no mechanism for getting back into the game from VP. Well, we got the go called, back underway, and let's see what VP want to do to try and get themselves back into this. Well, they'll smoke instantly and go into their jungle. We're looking at a 12k gold lead. But if they can get a couple pickoffs, it was a couple big pickoffs that got them back in the game originally. And let's see if they can do it again. Of course, it is a little harder now. E does have that Manta style, which he does pop right away. Aggressive blink onto DK Phobos. Big Daddy does have the snowball available, but he won't be... Oh, he does get it off at the last second. Beautiful play from him. Clockwork hooks in on the backside. Lil taking a lot of damage, but the Echo Slam. G throws out the Spirit Bomb, doing a lot of damage, but the Mana Void from E doing just a little too much. That's 3 down on the side of Virtus Pro, and now G in a little bit of trouble. He's pursuing Bone 7, but E with the blink and Walrus Punch onto him, and the snowball defensively prevents G from reinitiating the that's a 5-man wipe. The Shallow Grave, even to make sure that no one does go down, and EE still in fighting shape, gonna push down this lane. That might be pretty close to the GG. With the 5-man wipe, we're now 24-12. We're looking at probably over a 15k gold lead after that fight registers, and well, they don't have to go back for the Roche after that. They can push out this lane, get some damage on the tower, and then back off when your big heroes get back up. 34 seconds still on the Shadow Fiend. And he has buyback, but they really don't want to use it. If they do, they're basically admitting defeat, because he's not going to be able to do anything for the rest of the game. And they'll clean up the turret tree, going for the melee. They should be able to claim it. We'll have to see if they want to back out after that. Shadow Fiend is up in 15 seconds? No, they're going to clean up the lane. Fata jumps in with the Blink Dagger, gets the Viper Strike on FNG, who does Glimmercape himself. Snowball onto the Illidan's pounce target again. This guy really is having trouble getting anything done this game, but they will be able to clean up Misery. Nice jump from TK Phobos, getting the double edge out. Fata, though, still very healthy, as is Bone 7 looking for clogs and won't find it, but G, BKB pop. Looks like this is going to be a bit of a wasted charge. Snowball is there defensively, going on to TK Phobos. FNG will fall, and now TK Phobos may be in trouble as well, but Radiant Hero's taking massive damage. Viper has fallen. Dazzle has fallen. G, though, being forced back into the well. E, very healthy. The cogs come out, forcing Illidan back, and it looks like this may be the end of it. The cogs holding Illidan, or the Ice Shards holding Illidan in place. Cloud9 have cleaned up 2 lanes of racks now, and even though Illidan and the rest of VP get a couple of nice kills, I'm not sure it's going to be enough. It's so hard for them to fight in their current game state. EE now with almost 20k gold. That's 8k ahead of the Shadow Fiend, and we're looking at a plus 20k gold lead. It's hard to see how VP could possibly get back into this. Well, Cloud9 could throw, but I think they would have to throw 2 or 3 fights in a row to really have give VP a chance, because VP, even if they win a fight or 2, they're just too far away from any objectives. They may be able to clean up Roche, but as I say that, Illidan, hook shot, cogs come out, Ice Shard's there to hold him in place. He is shadow danced up, but there's not much he can do. And the feed script follow-up, actually. Stampede comes out, the jump in from TK Phobos, gets the stomp, will be able to clean up. No, he doesn't. The Shallow Grave comes out, saves Misery. He will fall now. Clockwork goes down as well. But nice force staff onto the high ground from Big Daddy. As E has come in, he's kind of isolated though. Manta Styles, he wants to fight this. He wants to get a good Mana Void. There's Fata with the mech, doing massive damage. Fata, DK Phobos getting low, Lil getting low. They'll both go down, and there's just not enough damage. VP call it. GG, that's a 5-man wipe. EE with a triple kill, and they just didn't have enough damage. EE was just too big. The heart keeping him alive, and well, it's a 1-1 series, folks. We're going to a game 3, and we're all even up. It's now essentially a best of 3. We'll see if VP can come back in it for Game 3. We'll have that one coming up for you in just a few minutes. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Sindar. This has been an amateur cast. I appreciate you joining me. Feel free to leave some comments, what I can work on, what I can improve. Always looking for some positive feedback. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again in just a few minutes.